Hello, folks, and welcome back to True Crime Phenomenon. This is Josh coming back with another Jeremy Dewitte video. This is the bond hearing, part 5. And I just want to take a moment and recognize all the hard work from everyone and say thank you for all of your help, your assistance, sending me information. We're over 1,100 subscribers right now. In fact, let me get the exact number. We are at 1,142 subscribers. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for all of the support. Thank you, PoliceTube. If you guys haven't noticed, he has a short that went viral. It's got over 1.7 million views. He's got another one. It's like 700, 800,000 views. Something that we both discussed, and really, I think PoliceTube changed the algorithm from his video. It's just gone absolutely insane. So just want to say thank you. We are in the process of monetization. I should hear back from the channel review in a day or two. But yeah, I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. I started this channel in February, so we're about 3.5 months into it. And I'm really appreciative for all the support from you guys. There's so many. I can't even name all of you. They're just wonderful people. I've gotten so many good comments and stuff. A lot of new people coming to this community. So, if I'm not getting to your comments or replies right away, I'm really sorry. Or even emails, right? I've gotten hundreds, probably thousands of notifications since these videos went viral. I have a couple videos that are over 100,000 views now, and it's just exploded. So thank you so much. This is the bond hearing, part 5. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you again. I'll see you on the other side.
Corporal Ramsey, have there been any arrests of Mr. Dewitte lately involving funeral escorts?
No, there has not.
Or any citations issued?
No, there has
or
not.
any what?
Any citations issued?
No, sir.
Have you still been receiving complaints of this escort service operating the way it is?
Yes, we have.
Is there a reason why he has not been cited anymore since he was prior, or arrested for the same actions?
Well, it's above my pay grade, but we were given very clear and direct instructions to have no involvement with Mr. Dewitte unless he was committing a capital felony, and then we would take action.
That's very weird.
And in the video, are they having any conversations?
I don't recall that.
You don't recall a conversation? Okay. But as to this screenshot, it is a fair and accurate representation of a still photo taken from that webpage.
Correct. And I know the context of this was Mr. DeWitte's upset that Victor is one of the ones who is become a witness for the state against him, to the point where the last time I interviewed him on March 23rd, he told me during the interview that he had things that videos and other stuff that would stop anybody, or these what he called our snitches, from testifying. And he would release it if they thought they would testify.
And as far as you know, that video is still available today on YouTube.
Yes, it is.
If you want to watch it. Okay. At this time, the state would move to have States E move into evidence as States 3.
Counsel. Okay, be admitted.
First witness.
Yes.
Just as a matter of, I think we could do this now or later, but I did have Mark as States F. The records of what is the new arrest warrant affidavit. There's also the arrest report for 21MM2397. That was the case on April 7th where Mr. Dewitte got arrested. There's some supplemental reports in there. This is another composite, Your Honor. This one's also, I'm sorry, I take it back. It's not a composite. but I can announce at least substantively what they are. There's also the VOP affidavit that was filed in his case, 2005 CF 394. That was back in 2009.
Are you finished with this witness?
Not just yet, Your Honor. And then there was
well, I'm
also,
just wondering why you're wandering
I just want to
this.
make a motion to move this into evidence and see if defense has any objection. 2018 CF 4906. It's another VOP affidavit, and the state would move to have these entered into evidence.
Will it show?
Yeah, he has copies.
I have a complete copy of
Oh,
that.
okay. So what, if anything, is your objection?
I don't have an objection, Judge. I think you can take judicial notice of any of the court files and the documents contained therein.
Okay, they'll be admitted. Thank you.
Thank you.
City States Court.
Thank you. Just a few more questions here. Corporal Ramsey, have there been any arrests of Mr. Dewitte lately involving funeral escorts?
No, there has not.
Or any citations issued?
No, there has
Or
not.
any what?
Any citations issued?
No, sir.
Have you still been receiving complaints of this escort service operating the way it is?
Yes, we have.
Is there a reason why he has not been cited anymore since he was prior, or arrested for the same actions?
Well, it's above my pay grade, but we were given very clear and direct instructions to have no involvement with Mr. Dewitte unless he was committing a capital felony, and then we would take action.
That's very weird.
So you've been told by superior officers that you are not allowed to arrest Jeremy Dewitte unless he's committing a capital offense.
Yes, sir.
And were there other officers present for this?
Yes, sir. On one occasion, it's probably close to 40 deputies present. On the second occasion, myself and my lieutenant.
Was there any indication why?
Nothing that was shared with us that would be appropriate to say.
Was it ever said that what he was doing was legal and okay?
No, just the opposite.
No further questions.
Cross.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
When you began testifying this morning, you mentioned that the videos that were presented to the court today were obtained at the time of Mr. DeWitte's arrest by Windermere as well as by search warrant. Were you involved in the warrant, request for the warrant?
Which one?
The ones that ultimately led to the videos that were obtained for today's appearance?
Well, I think it might be confusion on your part. The Mahoney case was provided by the defendant, so that was not gathered from a warrant, although there are other videos that came from a warrant that supported what he gave us. The Windermere videos, I was not part of that warrant. That was the Windermere Police Department that submitted that warrant. The second warrant I was directly involved with, the warrant on his business.
Okay. So of the videos that were presented today, and I don't believe the numbers of the video, so to speak, were put on the record. We need to make sure the record's clear on that. Which of those videos were you personally involved in obtaining through a search warrant?
The only one that I was not personally involved in obtaining the search warrant was the Mr. Rogers, I believe, and that was the what we call is like the blue car, and that incident was partially in Osceola County and then in Orange County. That was the only one that was obtained from his body cam that he was wearing the day he was arrested in Windermere. All the other videos were all obtained, I believe, from, I know they were obtained from the search warrant on his business, on his office.
You just testified a moment ago before I began cross-examining you that you've been directed to stand down, if you will. That's not the first time that you've been directed to stand down, is it?
Me individually or me as in the sheriff's office?
You personally in Mr. DeWitte's case?
Personally,
Right.
And are you referring to 2015?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in 2015, the entire motor unit was told also at the same time.
One more time, the entire
Motor unit,
motor unit. Okay.
the entire motor unit, we were all instructed to leave him alone.
Okay. When you answered the prosecutor's question, you said there was nothing that you could present that would be appropriate. So are you indicating that there's something that is secretive or otherwise not, that you're not permitted to share in a court hearing about what you were told?
No, I just think the verbiage was probably not appropriate for in the courtroom.
Crass language?
No, just the verbiage.
Okay. So the photographs that you were presented, there were, I believe, 5 in total. The picture number 2, or what I'm calling picture number 2, you testified was a March 23rd arrest for what you phrased as a replica of a Glock.
Correct.
Okay. That's the case that your legal department filed a unarrest affidavit prior to the initial appearance on that case, correct?
I'm aware that they had filed something to that effect. I'm not sure why.
You're also aware that as a result of that, what your sheriff's office determined to be an unlawful arrest, that Sergeant Vidler was investigated and is under investigation by your IA department, correct?
I don't know if it's for that specific incident or totality.
Or what?
Totality, the overall, everything to do with any of the cases with Mr. DeWitte.
Uh-huh.
Were you involved in that internal investigation as well?
I am.
So the photograph of the replica Glock, in your words, was something that you took off of Mr. DeWitte's person at the time of that arrest?
No, I was not present when he was arrested.
Okay. So how did you come into contact with that particular pepper ball?
When Mr. DeWitte was brought into the station, I was directed by our captain, our acting captain. I was given a direct, order to do the interview with Mr. DeWitte because I've interviewed him in the past. During that time, when Sergeant Vidler I was in our traffic section part of the office, and Sergeant Vidler brought the gun belt in with the gun in it. I actually thought it was our other deputy that was with him. I was trying to figure out why he was carrying his gun belt. But it turned out it wasn't. It turned out it was Mr. DeWitte's.
Okay. Now, you testified that you've been on some type of task force-ish thing since 7 years ago involving Metro State and Mr. DeWitte. Is that right?
Not continuously, no.
Okay, but it began 7 years ago.
Approximately, yes. 2015, and then we were told to stop, and then I believe towards the end of 2018, it came back up, and I was directed to assist Sergeant Vidler in that investigation because of my past experience with it.
And have you known since 2014, I guess it was, that Mr. DeWitte is a convicted felon?
No, I did not know until, I believe it was, I want to say it was December 23rd or 21st of 2014, I believe, is when I stopped, I can't remember his last name, but Ken, I know he goes by Ken. Stopped him on a motorcycle that I later found out was owned by him personally, just dressed up like Metro State's. And after making that interaction there, and then later on talking with my lieutenant who brought me in and wanted to know what was going on with that, that's when I found out through our intel section more history about Mr. DeWitte.
Okay, so that was December of 2014.
I would say probably because, remember, we're right at the Christmas time. So I was doing all these escorts for the football teams and stuff. So it would have been the following year, probably January, February, when I received that information.
And Ken, that you referred to, was someone that would ride on these funeral escorts for Metro State, correct?
Yeah, he worked for Mr. Dewitte.
And the incident that you had testified to earlier about involving someone that had multiple tags on their motorcycle was actually Ken, wasn't it not?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah,
It wasn't Mr. Dewitte.
No.
And Ken was also the person that ultimately actually carried a firearm on his person in a case involving the sheriff's office?
Ken?
Yes, sir.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Have you ever seen Mr. Dewitte carry a firearm?
I've seen him carry a weapon that looks exactly like a firearm.
I understand that that's why you claim to have arrested him in March. I'm asking, have you ever known him to carry a firearm?
I've known him to carry a weapon that looks like a firearm. He's not been checked every time we've seen him to verify whether it's a real firearm or a pepperball gun.
You know he's a convicted felon.
Correct.
You know he's registered as a sex offender.
Correct.
You know that you guys have full access to all of his records. You don't deny that you've never seen him with a firearm, do you?
You're asking me a hypothetical. I can't
I'm not.
tell you.
I'm asking if you've ever seen him with a firearm.
Have I ever taken a firearm off of his person? No.
Okay. So that's how you need to phrase the question for yourself. That's fine, but that's not my question.
Well, I mean, I'm answering the question.
Right. The 7-year history you have with Mr. Dewitte, you don't think that has anything to do with why they've asked you to stand down?
No.
Was anyone else specifically targeted in the stand down order other than yourself?
I myself personally was never targeted.
Okay. So the stand down order was a blanket order for everybody to stand down?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for this video. This is Josh with True Crime Phenomenon, and this is Jeremy Dewitte Bond Hearing Part 5. Got a little hairy there at the end where it talks about the entire motor unit being told to stand down. Now, as we go further along, we're going to get into more of why that exactly happened. If you want more immediate coverage on that, PoliceTube has a lot of great work on it. We got a lot of stuff that's coming out. Just stay tuned. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.